Hi, y'all. Welcome to this wrap-up. Tonight, the Miami Heat put the L in Orlando. And it's not good, but they win 110 to 105. Was everything good here? We're good?
Oh, yeah.
You had an aura about you, like something didn't go right with the recording and I should just stop talking, so I tailed off.
Zombie Kyle was just spacing out for a second.
Fair enough. Yeah, I missed the first quarter of this game, to be fair. I was working, but came in and was able to see most of this game. I got to tell you right up front, I'm just going to say it. Every time we play the Miami Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. They've got Tyler Hero.
He's nice.
They've got Bam Adebayo.
He's nice. On my fantasy
I don't
team.
like Kyle Lowry, but you have to respect that he has some talent.
He knows how to do things.
Yet every game, I'm worried about men named Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, and I hate it. Like, why do I need to worry about the acts of these men?
They kill us every time.
It's unbelievable. I think they combined for 28 points tonight. Key points.
Yeah.
At now.
Pivotal times.
Like, you expect Butler to eat. You expect Adebayo to get his. You don't expect Max and Gabe to do what they do. But I've gotten used to it, and now I fear them more than the other guys.
Sounds like an 80s sitcom. Max and Gabe, they're fun too. We're gonna.
They score in the 80s when they play against us. That's a problem. The Heat look slick in their jerseys that date back to the 80s, though. Got to give them props on those. Would have been a nicer game if we were wearing our throwbacks as well.
Well, hopefully next year, right?
Next year.
We
They'll
get
be
that.
instituted. Kyle Lowry, still most punchable face in the NBA.
Wow.
Can't say enough bad things about that guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well.
I mean, it's already been said. I'm not gonna pile on. Yeah, those are my big time notes. We talked about this during the game, but I'll say it now. Like, Jimmy Butler, I like him.
Of course, yes.
I've always liked him.
Yes,
he was on Marquette's team when I worked at the Bradley Center back in the day, so I've been following him for a while.
Woo.
Solid guy, seems to be a great teammate. Everybody seems to love him. I think he got chased out of Philadelphia too soon. I think they'd have a ring by now if he'd stayed.
Yep, that's right.
But there's something about him that he just doesn't seem to have. He just doesn't. I mean, look, I compared him to Dan Marino because Dan Marino made a championship once, but he didn't win either, and they both played in Miami.
So disrespectful,
Pich. It's really not, because they're impressive players, but just couldn't get over that hump in the playoffs. Like, something's missing. I don't even think it's necessarily Dan's fault.
He got him to a chip.
He got him to the finals, but they didn't win.
Wouldn't you love to be in a finals, everyone out there?
Yeah, you would.
Doesn't that sound fucking
You
nice?
would, but like, it's like I kind of want him to win a championship, not with the Heat, but like, kind of want him to win a championship, but like, something's missing. Like, something falls apart or comes apart, which is the same category that I'm putting most of the Celtics in. And I told you this a long time ago, that the Celtics were not that nice and not championship worthy, and we've beaten them 3 games out of 1, and that's part of it. Or 3 games out of 4, and that's part of it.
Yeah, well, we got to get in the playoffs first to stop them.
They're a good team. Maybe we're the stopper, man. I don't know. But I'm not that impressed with them, and that's mostly why, because when I see them, they're mid.
You know what who I need to give more props to tonight?
All right.
Is that man, Cole Anthony.
Okay.
I enjoy nutmeg and cinnamon.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Sure does. What else about him?
Cole had 19 of 5 of 9 tonight.
Max, come on. Max, come on, Cole.
Second on the team in rebounds, 7 boards.
Max, come on, Cole.
Kyle sipping on vino all game.
Max.
Was that a very winnable game, Pich?
Max,
it was. It looked like on that last play in. One more fact.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me one more fact.
One more fact. On that last play, it looked like Cole and the team was ready for the Bulls the next night.
Max, come.
Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Paulo was like, okay, I'm not going for it.
I don't know what that was, but if you're going to call timeout with 3.4 seconds or whatever left and you're down 5, if you don't have an immediate catch and shoot kind of style idea, what's the point in calling the timeout? And I guess it was
something broke down.
It was technically like
work.
I just don't know what that pass was. Paulo didn't look interested in catching it.
But I love that the game dragged out, with the foul calls back and forth. But that's how a lot of playoff tight basketball goes down the road. It was a hard-fought game. You, of course, want to come out with the W, but if there's any Pyrrhic victory in here, we're playing close games. our young men are like rising to the challenge every game, it seems, keeping this one tight. I mean, there was a chance we could have gotten a 3 and tied a game, but we had a bad foul. You know, just if one of those foul calls at the end, we get the turnover. Who was it? Some guy falling out of bounds on Wendell, you know, like these little things, one call, and that becomes a W.
Yeah,
so,
Jimmy Butler took a dive towards the end of the game, but you're going to get that foul call.
And we got some foul calls, so it just went back and forth.
Yeah,
you know,
the officiating in this game was garbage.
It was a lot. It was definitely overwhelming, but I feel like, you know, we got a bunch of calls too. So
it was bad both ways.
Right.
Just overall garbage. NBA should take a look at this game and reprimand the referees for all the missed calls.
Bad.
This game. Like,
you go sit in the corner now.
Paulo was traveling, lots of foul calls that weren't. Bam got called for a couple of bad ones. Like,
it was ugly all the way through, man. It was ugly all the way through. I hope that we just come into tomorrow's the one to win. What do I want to say? I'm just rambling now.
We didn't have one player who hit 20 points tonight. That's a problem. We can't have Paulo and Franz both have 19. Then, of course, the 19 for Cole off the bench, which is cool. But, look, Wendell, you're playing 31 minutes, 16 points, 8 rebounds. I told you we need 20 and 10 from you, bro. He's wins this game.
He's been getting it the last couple games.
That wins this game.
On 7 of 12, though.
When you start getting into these tinier margins of games, and you know you're not getting 20 from any of these guys, it's going to be tough to win those games.
Where I think it broke down, man, and you hadn't come home from work yet. In the first half, our bench played really well. We outscored them. We looked stronger in the first half. Yeah, we won both the first quarter, 31-26, second quarter, 28-24, and a lot of the end of that first quarter, beginning of second quarter, was guys like Cole coming off the bench with 19 points. Moritz held it down with 9, but there was good minutes in there. I like the way that Mosley's now staggering the lineups. That rotation is getting locked in, but we only won that by 1 point in the end of the game, 33-32 bench points. We needed more from that if we were going to win the game, because where we do have our strength now is in our depth. Even with J.I. sitting out, I think that's our strength, and we need to take advantage of those. We won the boards 40, but only barely 40-37. And our game, which is points in the paint, which I bring up pretty much every single time, it's like rebounds, points in the paint.
You got to bring it up.
We got to win that if we're going to win the game.
Right.
We lost that tonight, 32-54.
I mean, that's an embarrassing margin.
22 points.
If you told me that was the difference in points in the paint, I would have told you we got blown out.
Yeah,
right? Because normally that is a recipe for us getting blown out.
Absolutely.
But we go through these little spans of time where it seems like every once in a while we just get 3 happy. Where, okay, now everyone's just going to try shooting up threes.
Go away from what makes us good.
Yeah, and you go away from what's been working. And I get you want to mix in a 3-ball from time to time, but when you have like 4 or 5 possessions in a row of just chucking and you only hit one of those 5, that gives the other team a real good opportunity to make a good run. And you can't do that against a playoff-worthy team like the Heat that has enough big-time players on it and enough guys who think they're big-time players when they play the Magic, like Max Strus.
More Max Strus anti-propaganda.
I mean, props to them. I don't know.
Seriously, man.
There is always some guy on the other team that isn't a household name that eats against the Magic.
But
they just happen to have 2.
You know, the role players play well at home. So when do we get these suckers? This is the first game, and we're going to probably play them 4 times, I would imagine. I don't know how many it is.
3 more times.
Someone out there help us. How many more times we're going to play? 4 total times. So 2 of those going to be at home. I want to see us play at home with our role players on even a little bit more. The bowl train didn't depart the station at all today.
Did not.
There was some nice looks down low where he just needed to catch the lob over the guy. Could have just dunked it home. Yep. Kind of fumbled him off. He
looked
a little
3
tense.
balls in the second half.
Yeah, just looked a little tight and not free. Had one bowl moment, but didn't even. Yeah, so wasn't a great game all around though. Hopefully we come out. We got to come out and win Chicago, right? That's the one that we really need, Magic fans.
So
we have their pick.
I understand.
So it's an extremely valuable win. We held out J.I., so hopefully that's why. Tomorrow night we are streaming that game, so make sure you come through with us. Come hang out, get in the chat. We're gonna freaking kick it and watch that game. It's gonna be dope. Might get into more of the vino. Who knows?
All right. You can get to see this happen
over time, gradually.
Yeah. It'll be like a prequel for
you. Yes. And if you haven't already, I want to see y'all down in Orlando if you live down there for Court Cousins Night, the 23rd of February. I'm excited to kick it with everyone, have some adult beverages, have a good time. We bought a few jerseys. We've got a bunch of merch and things. Peach is going to be giving out cards. We're going down on the court after the game, cutting down the net. Come have fun, man.
It's less than a month away, man. I mean, it's a good time. Sometimes I look back at the graphic that I made, which you can see on IG or all of our platforms, by the way. Follow us there if you're not. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it looks dope. It looks like I made it.
I'm a masterpiece painter.
But it's got the Magic logo and the Pistons logo on there, and it makes me feel like it's pretty official.
Up with that. That might be
we can have it on there, man. Bro. We're selling tickets to their game.
Oh, that's fair.
This is a partnership now. It is.
It is. All right. Be partners with us. Please like and subscribe to
Magic are partners with us. Therefore, they're like a second cousin to us now.
Oh.
You could become one too.
Head over to the Patreon. Thanks, everyone. Please subscribe. We're 50 away from 1,000.
Ooh, 50.
Hopefully, we just come out and play a nicer game. The turnovers killed us. We can't turn the ball over 20 times, Peach. That's what I learned in this game.
Don't love the timeout at the end just to have another turnover either. That was TOs for TOs.
Poetic justice.
Not cool.
It wasn't poetry, but hopefully tomorrow will be.
No, but for as bad as things went and not having anybody really go off or go over 20 to have that game close, like you said, it's another good learning experience for the guys. I love it when we have these close games at the end because it's not that important that we get dubs this year. It's important that we learn from these moments to eradicate them in the future. So.
I want to play 500 ball right now. We've got a tough next 5 games. We got Bulls. We got 2 against the Sixers. I know we have the Hornets at the end, which is the winning one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The winning one.
The winning one.
He's decided
the
Minnesota
one that we can win, but
Minnesota
gotta just play one at a time. And I'm sure that's the gentleman's mindset. So hopefully get a win tomorrow. Come by the live stream starting at 6:45.
Bet the over on Wendell points tomorrow.
Absolutely. Peace out, everybody.
Thanks for coming.